Good morning, good morning, good morning. Facebook, internet world, YouTube. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the live stream. My name is Keck with Builderall. I'm your information products training and support specialist. Welcome. Tuesday morning live. I'm going to check my phone here just to make sure that we're broadcasting. Okay. I accidentally broadcasted to my personal page the other day. That was fun. Looks like we're live. Fantastic. Love it when the technology works. Again, this is Keck with Builderall. Welcome on. You know what time it is? That's right. There's Mr. Rooster. That means it's time to rise and grind. Grab a cup of joe. Let's learn some Builderall. I'll give a minute or two here for people to get on the stream. And do keep in mind there's a little bit of a delay, 30 or 40 seconds. So if you drop a comment in, which I ask you to please do if you're watching, so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. And I will try my best to answer those comments. Also, good morning, Jackie. Welcome. Also, if y'all could help me just monitor the group some if you see something that doesn't belong, like spam or self-promotion or links being dropped, especially in the comments. It's hard for me to catch those. So if you could flag those for me, that would be fantastic. And we today are going to talk about the new e-learning app a little bit. And we've been on about a minute, so it's probably about time to get to it. Good morning, Alex. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. All right, well, let's get started. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Yeah, let's get started. We're going to talk today about the e-learning app. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here and watch it go to infinity and beyond. Okay, so I guess I want to show you first off, this is something I'm going to do maybe over the course of the next week or so. But this is one of my information product websites right here. I created an audio exam review for people trying to pass the Florida real estate exam. Now, this is on Pixel Perfect, and I have the course housed in the e-learning app. So I'm going to go through the process of switching this out to a Cheetah site and redoing it in the e-learning as a way to help show you how it works. So that's something to look forward to. I'm going to be getting on that. And I just want to do a little preview today of the e-learning app. So powerful. Okay, let me see where I can go to get back to my Builderall stuff. Let's see, will this work? Stream. Okay, I'm streaming here. That's good. Did I drop all my tabs? I guess I did. All right, no worries. I'll just log back in here. All right, log in. Let's see, which one should I go to? I'm going to go to, well, okay, I'll go to this one. I've got two accounts, the training account and my regular account. But let's go to the new e-learning. And just note, the old e-learning is still out there. So we're talking about the new. We want to be on that one. So before we go there, I'm going to take you up here to my favorite little golden bar. I know it's gray, but to me, the new knowledge bar is gold. So I'm going to put in here e-learning just to give you a resource, because there's already such good training in here for the e-learning. And it is very detailed, small chunks, like 3-4 minutes per. Getting started with the new e-learning, if you just go ahead and click here. And as you're looking at these, just don't want you to be confused. The one below it says getting started with e-learning. Remember, we're looking for the new e-learning, okay? So make sure you're looking at the new e-learning. Getting started with the new e-learning. And there is just step-by-step, how to add new e-learning tool to your dashboard, how to create a new Builderall e-learning course, how to configure the general settings, how to configure the instructor information, how to configure the registration and protection settings for your Builderall e-learning course. This one is really important. Well, they're all very important, but this one answers a question that one of our members has been asking about as far as how it's released. If you watch this small little video here, Arnab, this will help you straighten things out. But just know it's all right here in nice, small, little bite-sized pieces, real easy to chew. So I wanted you to be aware of that as I'm going to add to this sum. So let's look at this new e-learning app. Okay, so create new course. Let's go there. And it's just some very basic things here to set up. It's hardly worth training over because it's just kind of filling in information. But while it's here, let me just pull this down here and look at you again in the face. So I just want to talk first a little bit about the e-learning and the power of it. I mean, it gives you the ability, the e-learning app, to take your content, okay, whatever your instruction is, and kind of put it in a predefined format that's easy for your students to navigate. You could do the same thing on a website, just use a membership restricted area on a website to deliver things. But this gives it more of a standardized feel, and it's really, really easy once you get in the groove of how this works to build these. And I just want to think about, or have you think about all the different applications you could use. One application I've been thinking about is kind of like a whole business model. I'm very systems oriented in my business life, and I've seen some success, helping businesses, selling businesses, and whatnot, solely by creating systems and then implementing those systems and just seeing the efficiency and thus the profitability of those businesses soar. Well, that's one of the benefits with the e-learning is you can use that to systemize things for businesses. And I'm thinking specifically training or new employee training. Think about it nowadays, most jobs, or most employers, if they've got over 10 employees or so, they've probably got an employee manual, which is, thick, full of all the policies and procedures that HR requires. In addition to all that, they have to teach their employees how to actually do the job at hand that they're hired for. So the problem and the challenge becomes you've got this big book of, employee manual that nobody reads. Nobody reads that. But if you'll notice, when they give you the manual, you've got to sign and say, yep, I have received and been given the opportunity to read this manual. So in the end, it doesn't really lend itself to effectively training employees because they don't read it. It's just a matter of the information is there, but it's not disseminated in a way that is convenient, accessible, and so on. So now think about this. What if the training for that employee was in the e-learning app? What if it was video training? Instead of trying to describe to somebody how to do a task, I mean, think about all the different policies and procedures, different companies, when you make a sale. They may have to write an invoice, write a receipt, then they may have to write an order. I mean, the steps can just be crazy. But you could, with your cell phone, say you're an employer, you could video. And, I've got friends in construction and all different kind of remodeling businesses. They're always bringing on new people. If you could videotape yourself with your phone, doing the task that you want to train people on, and then we could drop that into the e-learning, and that could be the training for the employee. Now, the way I envision it, and this is just a business model running around my head I've been thinking about. Go to an employer and say, okay, you're growing, you're expanding, you're having troubles with training new people. I want to help you. I have a solution where you can make it videos. So your part, Mr. Employer, you're going to have to do the videos of the very morning, Jose. You're going to have to do the videos of the things you want to teach and duplicate in your business. And the benefit to the employer is you only have to do this once. You've got 6 guys coming to the job. You got to show each 6 of the 6 guys how to do something. And then when there's turnover, it's even more so. So this eliminates all that. So Mr. Employer, you go ahead and you video with your phone this particular task. And then they get all these videos together, and then you will go ahead and turn it into video training for them through putting it into the e-learning app and dropping it on a whatever kind of web page they want, a secure site. And let me tell you, you could charge a nice amount of money for that. I mean, I'm just guessing at least $2,500 to maybe $5,000 is a very reasonable price and a very low-priced solution to business owners that are struggling for a way to train their employees better. The big companies are already doing this. You go to a large company and you do their onboarding or their orientation. And a lot of times it is video in front of a computer screen. But small businesses, which, most businesses are small businesses, they don't really have that. And they don't really know how to do that. They just see that as, oh, that's something the big boys do. Well, you can give them the ability to be like the big boys also through this kind of business model. So anyway, I'm interested to see what anybody thinks about that idea, that business model. And also, if you could in the comments, just drop different ideas. I'm trying to just brainstorm a little bit on how we could use the new e-learning app. And that's one business model that's been rolling around my head for a while now is employee orientation, employee training for businesses. So what do y'all think about that? Leave me a comment and let me know. Also, what other ways do you think we could use the e-learning app I call that like a non-traditional application. When you think, hey, I have a course and I want to sell it, well, that's kind of a slam dunk. We all know, that's a obvious application for the e-learning app. So I'm interested to see if you have any other ideas, other applications for that. You could also do it for groups. Say it's not an employee or a business, but say it's a group that's doing some kind of thing together, like karate or dance or anything that there might be something that you need to show the people on your team how to do something, but you can't be together personally to do that. Excuse me. And even more so now in this crazy world of pandemic lockdowns we live in, so many people that's the only option for people is to do things online. So again, think about that. And the amount of people online that are forced to work online now is just skyrocketing, which means the amount of people in our market that need online tools and that need information products is skyrocketing too. So I encourage you to kind of think outside the box in different applications. And if you just think about what is the problem that people have that this app will solve. Okay, in a very basic way, the problem is people need to get instruction to people, need to get information, teaching, and the e-learning app not only provides a way, sure, you could do written files, but you could also use, and we'll get into this probably tomorrow, since I've gone on so long rambling, we'll get into some different ways and different kinds of media, but you can drop all different kinds of media into your e-learning. You could use video, you could use audio. I actually use audio on a couple of my information products through SoundCloud. SoundCloud is kind of like the YouTube for audio, but instead of video, it hosts audio. So you could use audio. You could use written, like we say. You could do slideshow presentations. You could iframe in a whole website if you wanted to. So there's a lot of options as far as which media to choose to drop in your e-learning, and that just makes the possibilities, the sky's the limit. So again, be thinking about this solution that the e-learning app provides, and think when you just have this in mind, you'll start to see problems. You'll start to see, and that's part of being a good entrepreneur, is identifying problems in the marketplace and then finding solutions that you can offer to solve those problems. And I'm telling you, this is valuable stuff too. Don't be thinking, oh, I'm going to get out there and do this and sell it for $100. I mean, you could do that, but you'd just be shooting yourself in the foot. This is very, very valuable. I think about my friends in construction and how many times, in fact, just yesterday, the company will remain nameless, but a friend of mine's business had one of their star employees, the guy who's been doing this task for, 15 years out on vacation. And so the backup guy's in there and he's hooking something up in somebody's house. I'm trying to be real vague here so my buddy doesn't figure out I'm talking about him. But basically, he was installing some appliances, I believe. And with the dishwasher, the guy forgot to hook up the discharge to the drain. So what happens when you do that and turn the dishwasher on? Voila, water draining everywhere. So that's just kind of an example of if that guy could have gone through some in-depth training, with the pictures and the video on everything about every step of his task, that probably, or there's a better chance that wouldn't have happened. Now, I bring this up just to tell you the value of it. Okay. So say something like that happens and they flood somebody's kitchen and they warp all their wood floors. They've got to be torn up. I mean, that could easily cost them $5,000, that mistake. But on the front end, if we have that person trained correctly, it's a whole different ballgame. So the value is there. Okay, I think I've rambled enough. Tomorrow we're going to get into the e-learning a little more specific, and maybe what I'll do is I'll start taking my website, my real estate exam website, and switching that over to a new e-learning so you can see how I set all that up. And then after we have that set up, I'll go ahead and build a new Cheetah site to replace the Pixel Perfect site to put that in there. All right. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Just a little introduction to the e-learning app. And another thing, very important, people asking questions in the group or in any of the groups, it is great. I love being able to help people. But at the same time, we want to learn how to learn. So again, back to the where is my getting started? Okay, back to the knowledge base. It's probably a good idea, okay, if you're building something out in e-learning, take to get through all this material would probably only take you maybe an hour and a half. If you listen to it at double speed, like I like to do, it may only take you, 30 minutes, but you'll have the whole oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even screen sharing. Let me screen share real quick. Okay. Yeah. So in the e-learning, you have all of these different trainings here. And I guess my point is go through these trainings first. Okay. If you're looking for an answer, you're stuck somewhere, resist the temptation to just ask in a Facebook group, whether it's my group or anybody's group. It's fine to do, but I'm just saying it takes us time then to go and basically look to the e-learning app or the knowledge base and look it up and find you the resource, because I'm trying to tell you the resource is here. Okay. So don't make step one just headlong start building stuff. And every time you get stuck, I need help, ask a question. How does this work? Because that's just not very efficient use of anybody's time, So go through the knowledge base is the best, Jose. I agree. It's all right there. And I kind of feel like some of our members don't realize it's there. So I just want to encourage you, look there first, okay? Or look in our Facebook group under the search. You can see if we've spoken about it previously, or search here first. So just something I want to encourage y'all to do. So that's all I've got for you, friends. I appreciate you being with me this morning, and brainstorm, hopefully maybe throughout the day or even tomorrow, if you can think of some other kind of out-of-the-box ideas or ways to use the new e-learning app. I'd love to hear about it. And tomorrow we'll get into some more details and actually start putting some stuff and building a course in the new e-learning app. All right, friends. Well, I'm glad you're with me. I appreciate it. And I am going to say, let's go build it with Builderall.